プレミアリーグ終盤は欧州大会出場権をめぐる戦いができたボーンマスは強豪撃破で注目されています。プレミアリーグの最新情報を世界各国のメディアからいち早くお届けするプレミアリーグラボプレラボです。詳しく解説している番組がありましたので、そちらの翻訳をお届けいたします。それではご覧ください。ぜひチャンネル登録、高評価よろしくお願いします。
It was a little bit nervy at the end. Obviously, the ground was a bit flat from last weekend, so it was up to us today to put in a performance and a response to disappointing exit. But I think you could see how important the win was to us, to the manager, and keeps us on the heels of everyone and makes it for an exciting end to the season.
Very important because our objective is to try to play again in Europe, and in Europe, Conference League, Europa, or Champions League is very important for the club, for our progress as well here, and try to get another way for a trophy. And Champions League is the most difficult achievement we can have, and is as well the opportunity we will have after the victory today.
How many points do you think you might need? Where do you think you might need to finish to get into Europe? It would be such an achievement for Fulham.
We have to keep looking for the next one as the most important one. Now we have a final with, like we had this final, like we had last week a final. Now is a final with Everton, and after is going to be in the derby against Brentford and the last game against City.
I just want to ask you about your goal scorer today, Yuri Tielemans. He's become very important to you.
He playing, performing like we want when we signed him 2 years ago. And his commitment is the most important for us, how he's every day, working every day, focusing our demands to get our objective collectively as well, and of course individually, playing like he's playing.
Yes, Emery talking about Yuri Tielemans, which sets you up for your analysis nicely. Emery doing my job for me, really.
No, definitely, and he fully deserves to get the analysis we're about to do on him, because it was an all-round performance that really led in a flat-ish game. Yeah. Yuri Tielemans, who's his first go-to. This is what we know him for. This is what we knew he was bringing to Aston Villa, taking the ball in difficult circumstances and looking to create. Now that's almost inch perfect for Watkins. Beautiful bit of play. This is the bit that Unai Emery's talking about when he signed Tielemans. This is the player that he wanted him to become, an all-round team player, working hard, not just the pretty stuff, getting himself back in. We know how an Emery team looks when they're playing well, and it's not just offensively, it's defensively, making it so difficult for Fulham to create a chance. We saw him take the ball, turn and play a pass here, bouncing through the lines, showing his variety, getting on the front foot, looking to create. And look, we've seen this many times. That's one thing you know Yuri Tielemans from 30 yards out is dangerous, and that was actually an incredible save. But you cannot give him space. Fulham, game starting to open up, beautiful passing array. He can do everything. Yeah. And this is another thing that he's bringing to the game as well. It's not just the deep lying stuff. It's creating, getting into that box, almost that Frank Lampard run, and it's almost a perfect run as he comes in here. Now, one thing we did not expect from him, and Sasha, previously two-headed goals. Sasha Lukic is thinking, Kamara, he is my problem. He is my priority. I'm focused. I'm fully focused. Once Kamara exits the box, Sasha Lukic doesn't even think about Tielemans. He knows he's not a predator there, and that is such a good goal. What an important goal, an all-round performance, deservedly man of the match today.
Yeah,
brilliant.
I'm not sure I've ever mentioned it, but he scored the winning goal in the cup final for Leicester. But look, he's been so regular. Look at that across Europe.
Incredible numbers, and he's so important to Emery, and those numbers echo it all the way through Europe. He's, having those performances at the back end, the business end, still looking fit and
Probably
strong.
him or Morgan Rogers, I would say, for Villa's player of the season. Probably him, actually.
Been exceptional. A lot of talk about Ollie Watkins of late, and his situation. Seems to be a little bit of unrest. I don't know.
Yeah, I would absolutely guess that, because it's all right being left out of a league game now and again, but when you're left out of the biggest games of the season, like he was done against Paris Saint-Germain, then that's when you think, okay. He didn't score today, but I think he's one of the best in the league at doing this, making defenders' life difficult, running in behind, and it's a constant for him. And as we saw, we know defenders don't like doing that. It didn't quite work for him today. He did have one or two opportunities, this being one of them. Good run, lovely ball across. He just can't sort his feet out. But that's what I'm on about running in behind. And because of him being so good at that, he does create a lot of those opportunities, and he perhaps should score more goals than he does. But they'll have a decision to make, and he may have a decision to make. He's got 2 years left. He's coming up to 30, so it's either sign a new contract or go elsewhere. And I guess with the interest that was in with him with Arsenal in the, January, I don't suspect that would have happened without him knowing about that and him giving all these people giving the go-ahead.
Yeah, possibly. Let's look at the Champions League race. Obviously, we'll see City's game very shortly, but you know that was last night, so we can give that result away. But boy, oh boy, it's tight,
Isn't it? Really tight, yeah.
Super tight. Man City showing their quality, business end.
Should be okay, I think, City. It's just, I think, probably... What, 2 from the other 4?
Newcastle being one of them, probably. Chelsea, yeah, I would say even I'm not just saying it because they're 6th and 7th at the minute, but Villa and Forest for me would be maybe the ones.
That Chelsea Forest game, last game of the season,
could be huge,
really vital.
Okay, time for the big one. Relegated Leicester had lost their last 9 at home without scoring. Southampton needed a point to push past Derby's lowest ever Premier League points tally of 11. 2 teams banging form. Martin Fisher was at the King Power.
Yeah, this is a great feeling to go back winning ways. We deserve to win. We worked hard for it. We had enough of not scoring at home, of not getting a win. So this feels good.
We're lacking confidence, really, you know, and there's only so much you can do for confidence, really. So, you know, we have to keep going. We had to keep going today, and credit to the lads. Didn't give up in the second half as you'd expect, and kept going. And we're hoping for that one goal out of nowhere that gets us back in it, and maybe they get some nerves, but it never came.
Jamie Vardy's going to leave Leicester soon. He'll be sorely missed.
I've said it before, he's Leicester's greatest ever player, so we need to make sure the last couple of days are about him, the last couple of games are about him, and we give him the best chance of getting that last goal to make it to 200, yeah.
Everything comes to an end, and every cycle comes to an end, and he, for him, it's clear that he wants to move on, that he's want to close this, and close this in the best way possible, and that's what we have to respect. But I think the most important thing is to look back on his career here, on his games, on his goals, on the trophies that he won. And you notice also today that the crowd start realizing that it's the farewell tour of Jamie.
And after the match, I spoke to the Leicester captain, Jamie Vardy. 199 goals now, just one more would be nice, wouldn't it, at least, going into the last 2 or 3 games. What's it meant for you, life at Leicester City?
No, it's been everything. You saw what I put out there. It's been mine and my family's life for 13 years, been taken in by the fans and the whole city, and it's meant every single thing to me personally. So hopefully, like you've just said, with those numbers, that's me repaying them.
I just heard your manager saying, Ruud van Nistelrooy saying that you're Leicester's greatest ever player, and I think a lot of fans would agree with that.
Even you?
I might differ. I thought maybe Emil Heskey.
Like, it's nice to be put into that bracket. There's been a lot of unbelievable players for this club, so to be mentioned like that, it's a really nice feeling. But still got some more games to go where hopefully there can be a few more numbers added to it.
Let's hope so. Did we get a glimpse into your future? I saw you blowing the referee's whistle there.
No, to be honest with you, I saw Southampton breaking down the left, and with the ref down, I thought I'll blow his whistle to stop the game.
That was a good move. What is next, though, for Jamie Vardy?
I couldn't tell you at this moment in time. I'm just enjoying my football as much as I can at this moment, and I think I just need a nice, good break to mentally, especially, and then physically as well, just fully refresh, and then we'll see where that goes.
Well, just from a Leicester fan, Jamie, thank you for everything. A Premier League title, an FA Cup win, beyond any of our dreams, really. You've been an absolute delight to watch over a long period. Thank you, Jamie, and thanks for doing this interview.
No worries. Cheers, Gary. Thank you.
A Leicester legend. What a career.
Much better than you were at Leicester, you old fart.
Oh, thank you very much, Josh. You know, no spring chicken yourself. What a career he's had, Dan.
The best £1 million £5 spent ever.
Yeah.
In Premier League history, It really is. I mean, what a job he's done for Leicester. And this sort of typifies everything great about him. His movement, the finish, that is a very, very difficult finish. On the half volley, that's coming at you at pace with a left foot, and to get the direction and the power behind it like that is just an incredible finish. It really is.
Yeah, and I played with Jamie Vardy, played against him, and he's definitely there to be celebrated. I think when moments like this come, everything about him, you know, he's so streetwise, he's so switched on. It was interesting to hear his version of events there.
We should say David Webb's, he's okay, by the way.
Yeah, that's definitely the main thing. But you look at Jamie Vardy's number coming into the Premier League so late. I'm from 30, you know, so fit, so agile, but I can talk about him as a teammate, and he was... My biggest compliment for him is he was just a menace. He just caused people chaos, very consistent. A big moment, player scored massive goals.
Better to play with than against.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant stuff. 4 games in Match of the Day 2. We've just seen Southampton's game against Leicester, but time now. Here's Aaron Ramsdale on why it's good to talk. Everton boss David Moyes has managed 1,167 matches in his career, but today saw a first ever meeting against relegated Ipswich. Just 2 games left at Goodison Park. Jonathan Pearce first went there in 1976. 49 years later, he's still going strong.
First 20 minutes, they were much better than us, and they had the chances. We were fortunate. So we had a good day, not good day, a bad day. We were not in what we want to be, but at the same time, we know we're playing for resilience, especially how we make a step up, we'll be better. But yeah, it's where it is.
I want a team with courage. I want a team that doesn't have fear. I want a team to play eyes on eyes with every team in this league. And I think we show everything. In the end, the result is not the result that we expect. But believe me, I'm very happy and proud.
You set up the winning goal for Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, he's got one more home game here, but moments like that so special for City fans, and he just keeps producing. It shows he still can.
Obviously, I don't think there was any doubt about him still capable of doing those types of things. So I think today also he proved again and he showed again that he's still the Kevin De Bruyne and he still has a quality to be important for this team. So there is no doubt about that, and I'm happy for him that he scored today. So yeah,
we cannot relax because it's not the certainty that we are going to Southampton, Bournemouth, and Fulham. So, but yeah, we are. I think is winning in that way is good because it will make us realize that still we have to work.
It was Kevin De Bruyne that got the goal, but it was another of City's old guard that impressed you, Joe. A 400th appearance for Bernardo Silva, and he ran the show a bit.
Yeah, he did. Incredible numbers. You know, he's a great talent. He's come in and he's won everything at Manchester City. But his tenacity that he still shows. Look, Manchester City are not at their fluent best. This is shown in this example here, with the ball being received by O'Reilly, getting a bit messy, but Bernardo Silva switched on early on in the game, not giving up his position. A bit more deep lying tonight. Getting on the half turn, Wolves not pressing him. He knows when he's not being pressed and he's got time, he can be dangerous. Spraying it out to Doku to allow him to attack one more time. Here, this is important for the goal, turning it over, those kind of tenacious battles in the centre of midfield that he's not necessarily renowned for, but it's so important when it comes to it. Obviously, this is the man of the moment for all sorts of different reasons, showing his quality, and a clutch goal for Manchester City. But Bernardo Silva, for all of his hard work, look, don't get away from this when they signed him from Monaco. He's a top-class player, so much ability, no panic, ready to move forward. Excellent with the ball, great usage, and this is right at the end of the game. City are in a battle, no two ways about it. You need your experienced players. Edison appreciates it. He's there helping them get over the line, a big 1-0 win.
Yeah. Their numbers are pretty impressive, aren't they? I get the feeling Kevin De Bruyne is not entirely happy about leaving, and he's still got something to offer, hasn't he?
Oh, there's no doubt he's got something. I get that. That I still think he would do a brilliant job for someone in top 6, and I get his disappointment, even if it was just another 12-month contract.
Do you feel it, Joe?
Yeah, 100%. Kevin's very he's always been very honest through his career, and knowing him from playing with him, he's made it clear he wasn't ready to stop, but the club made that decision.
Thanks, Joe. Alan, very much indeed. Before we go, let's have a look at the Premier League table. Manchester City climbed to third and are now within 3 points of Arsenal. Aston Villa remains seventh, but more level on points with Nottingham Forest and Chelsea, while Bournemouth rise to eighth. Nothing but pride at stake for the three relegated clubs, but Leicester's win means Southampton are assured of ending bottom. Ipswich's draw, meanwhile, was the first time since November they avoided defeat after falling behind. So Leicester win at home. I was starting to think I might never get to say that to you again. Goodbye.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございます。感想をコメントで聞かせてください。また、最後まで見ていただいた方は、チャンネル登録といいねを押して、教えていただけると嬉しいです。動画作りの励みになりますので、ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。